With our NHL 24 gaming season over, the NHL season over, Florida Panthers, the Stanley Cup champions, the Detroit Red Wings are coming in hot. Would that be the word? With the draft and free agency looming over the next week. What is Steve Yzerman doing? He traded a prospect in Andrew Gibson to the Nashville Predators in return for a forward prospect and a second round pick, which immediately he swapped and sent to San Jose along with Jake Wallman in exchange for nothing. Future considerations often is a seventh round pick if you're lucky. It might be a hot dog stand or buying a suite that is left open when a team comes to town years in the future. Future considerations literally means we'll think about giving you something at a later date, and it's usually tied to something that's unachievable, unreachable, something that never comes to fruition. But in this instance, is future consideration something? Steve Yzerman cleared $3.4 million of Jake Wallman's salary in the upcoming season and the season after. So you're not sending a rental player to a San Jose team that's in a rebuild. You're sending someone with 2 years on their contract along with a second round pick, which is a steep price to pay to a team to take on that salary. So does this mean Steve Yzerman is using that money to re-sign Shane Gostisbehere? Shane Gostisbehere is a better version of Jake Wallman. Gostisbehere put up 10 goals this season, 56 points. And then you have Jake Wallman, who was paired with Moritz Seider for the majority of the season. He put up 12 goals, which is a huge number for a defenseman to put up, but only 9 assists. So Jake Wallman, not the puck-moving defenseman that you would want on a top pair. They're opening up a spot here for Simon Edvinsson, who we're expecting to make the roster next season. And then you got Johansson, who is another Red Wing prospect defenseman who is not waiver eligible. He has to be on the roster or clear waivers. Now, I think the confusion comes in for Red Wing fans. You still have Justin Hall on the books for $3.4 million. You still have Jeff Petrie on the books. Is it possible that Steve Yzerman, he's got to move one of those guys, Petrie or Hall, to make room for Edvinsson and Johansson? Yzerman said before that Johansson's going to have to make the team. I can't see him being the seventh defenseman. You're going to have Hall or Petrie be that guy. One of them has to be moved. Is San Jose going to be another dumping ground to retain some of that salary? San Jose, they are going to struggle to get to the league minimum of salary cap this season to be cap compliant. So they are a prime target for a three-way trade to receive an asset from another team as well as retain salaries. So not only Detroit, but other teams are going to be looking to San Jose as the draft comes up here on this Friday, late in June. Is Steve Yzerman doing them a favor, sending a second-round pick, saying, hey, we'll take future considerations if that consideration is when we look to make a trade for a goalie, or we look to trade up in the draft and tie a contract to that. Hey, San Jose, we sent you the second-round pick already. Take more salary for us in the future, which could be just a few days from releasing this video, to help us out, and we'll help you out, and you're going to get somebody else, whether it's another defenseman from us or whatever team we make a trade with. Or is this it? Is it just, hey, we need to clear a roster spot. We need this $3.4 million off the books. We have a better version of Jake Wallman and Shane Gostisbehere that we're comfortable with, that we want to offer a contract to before he hits free agency on July 1st. You got to think that Steve's going to have to pay a little bit of a premium. Gostisbehere is going to get a raise after putting up 56 points, betting on himself this past season. In order to stop Gostisbehere from making it to free agency on July 1st, if that's the plan, he's going to have to give a little bit more of an incentive, whether it's term or more money than he would normally pay, to keep Gostisbehere here in Detroit. Gostisbehere is better than Wallman. Offensively, he's a better puck-moving defenseman. Both of them, Gostisbehere and Wallman, are not the best, the most sound defensively in your own end. But what does this mean for Detroit? If you have any guesses, or you just want to hate on Steve Yzerman, question the call, if you're a fan of it, whatever it is, let me know in the comments below. The trades are hot. Allmark has already moved to Ottawa. He did not sign an extension, so he is going to bet on himself and his upcoming season to play for a contract. He's going to make the Ottawa Senators team better. Goalies are already moving. Is Steve Yzerman planning on making a move for a goalie? Is he just freeing up this cap space? Since he doesn't have Seider, who's a restricted free agent, re-signed yet. He doesn't have Raymond re-signed yet as of the making of this video. He's only got, at this point, 5 days before free agency starts. Teams would have to tender qualifying offers to Raymond and Seider. I don't think that will happen, but is Steve Yzerman just giving himself a little bit more room in case something strange happens? Or is this to re-sign Patrick Kane? Is this to give him a little bit of money to play with in a Steven Stamkos sweepstakes? Steve and Steve have the relationship back to their days in Tampa. Is he going after Jake Gensel? What is Steve Yzerman's plan? Only time will tell. Jake Wallman, second-round pick, which came over from Tampa Bay originally via the Nashville Predators for future considerations. Stick around. Let's see how this plays out. If you like this video, hit it with a like. Subscribe to the channel. We're leaving the gaming content on the NHL side with our season mode completed. We're jumping in to the NHL action. Stick around for more. We're going to have the updates. We're going to have recaps, not only the Red Wings, but other teams in the league as the draft and free agency approach. I'm Joe. We'll see you back here next time.